Step into the wild where the world's most untamed places come alive before your eyes. Today, we'll cross continents and ecosystems in a single, extraordinary day, witnessing nature's raw beauty in stunning detail. No narration, no music, just you and the wild, as if you're truly there. Let's begin our odyssey at dawn and let the wonders of the planet unfold. Before the visuals, listen. Nature's own symphony surrounds you. Every sound you hear is real. The rustle of leaves, the call of a wolf, the crash of waves. Tune into the world's authentic voice and let the wild's orchestra awaken your senses. This is more than a video. It's a meditative journey into the primal rhythms of Earth. Dawn breaks over the African savanna, bathing the plains in golden light. Elephants emerge, moving silently through the grass, their presence ancient and dignified. Birds fill the air with song, while a gentle breeze stirs the landscape awake. Every sound and movement is part of a grand natural symphony. As the day begins, we become silent witnesses to the magic of the wild. As sunlight grows, the savanna teems with life. Gazelles graze, ever watchful. Birdsong and wind weave a complex soundscape, while distant calls echo across the plains. Predators circle above, and every creature plays its part in this ancient rhythm. The air hums with energy, the ecosystem in perfect balance. We watch, listen, and are humbled by the savanna's intricate beauty. The scene shifts to a dense jungle, where sunlight barely touches the ground. A Bengal tiger moves with silent precision, blending into the emerald maze. The jungle hums with insects and rustling leaves, a world of secrets and stealth. The tiger's hunt is a dance of patience and power, a breathtaking display of nature's design. We hold our breath, privileged to witness this primal moment. High in the jungle canopy, life explodes in color and sound. Macaws flash through the leaves, monkeys leap and chatter, and birdsong fills the air. The canopy is a vibrant metropolis, alive with constant motion and communication. Every layer of sound and movement creates a dazzling, immersive world. This is the jungle's beating heart, nature's creativity on full display. Returning our focus to the forest floor, we delve deeper into the shadows beneath the canopy. This is the jungle's foundation, a world of damp earth, tangled roots, and decaying leaves. Here, life is more subtle, but no less fascinating. The air is still and heavy, and the sounds are softer, more intimate. We are now in the realm of the small and the hidden, where creatures have adapted to a life of low light and constant humidity. Every fallen log and moss-covered stone is a potential home, a microcosm of life teeming with activity that is often overlooked. The world here is one of detail, of tiny movements and quiet struggles for survival. The dominant sound in the undergrowth is the persistent, gentle rustling of leaves. It is a sound created by 1,000 different sources at once. A small lizard skitters across a patch of dry foliage, its tiny claws making a crisp, scratching noise. An army of ants marches in a disciplined line, their collective movement creating a barely perceptible whisper. A beetle pushes its way through the leaf litter, its hard shell scraping against twigs and stems. These are the quiet, constant sounds of the forest floor, a delicate and intricate auditory tapestry that speaks of ceaseless activity just out of sight. The air itself is not silent. It is filled with the hum and buzz of insects that prefer the shade. Mosquitoes whine in the humid air, their high-pitched sound a familiar note in the jungle's score. The deeper buzz of a carpenter bee echoes from a rotting log, where it is busy carving out a nest. These sounds combine with the distant calls from the canopy above, which are now muffled and faint, filtered through the dense layers of vegetation. The result is a soundscape that feels close and personal, as if we have put our ear to the ground to listen to the very heartbeat of the jungle. This is a world that demands patience to appreciate. It lacks the grand drama of the tiger's hunt or the vibrant energy of the monkeys, but it is just as vital to the health of the ecosystem. The slow, methodical work of decomposers, the silent hunt of a praying mantis, the patient growth of a fungus. All of these quiet processes are essential to the life of the forest. By immersing ourselves in this world, we gain a new appreciation for the complexity and interconnectedness of the jungle. Every rustle, every buzz, and every whisper is a part of the grand unfolding story of this incredible environment. Our journey takes us deeper into the verdant world of the rainforest, drawn forward by a new and powerful sound. It begins as a low rumble, a distant murmur that grows steadily louder, vibrating through the ground and the air itself. This is the voice of the waterfall, the roaring heart of the rainforest. We emerge from the dense trees into a clearing, where a magnificent cascade of water plummets from a high, moss-covered cliff. It crashes into a deep turquoise pool below, sending clouds of cool mist rising into the humid air. The sheer force of the water is immense, a relentless, powerful display of nature's raw energy. The sound is all-encompassing, a deafening yet beautiful roar that drowns out almost everything else. It is a constant, thunderous percussion that dominates the soundscape, a symphony of millions of gallons of water colliding with rock and air. Close your eyes, and you can distinguish the different layers of the sound. The deep, booming crash at the base, the higher-pitched hiss of the spray, and the gurgling rush of the water as it flows away from the pool. This is not just a sound to be heard. It is a physical sensation, a vibration that you can feel in your chest, connecting you directly to the immense power of this place. The air around the waterfall is thick with moisture, and every surface is perpetually damp. Droplets of water cling to the broad leaves of giant ferns and sparkle like diamonds on intricate spider webs. The mist creates a microclimate, a pocket of intense humidity where life thrives in unique ways. The rocks near the base of the falls are slick and dark, covered in a vibrant green carpet of moss that flourishes in the constant spray. This is a world sculpted by water, where the landscape is forever being shaped and reshaped by its relentless flow. The scene is one of constant motion, a dynamic and powerful spectacle. As we stand in awe of this natural wonder, a low, distant rumble echoes from beyond the canopy. It is the sound of thunder, a promise of the rain that feeds this mighty river and gives life to the entire forest. The sound blends seamlessly with the roar of the waterfall, creating a powerful duet of nature's most dramatic voices. It is a reminder that everything here is connected. The sky, the water, and the land, all part of a grand cyclical system. We are witnessing a moment of pure, untamed power, a place where the life force of the rainforest is at its most visible and most audible. Moving away from the direct spray of the waterfall, we enter the damp world along the riverbank. Here, the roar of the water softens to a constant, soothing rush, providing a backdrop for a new and vibrant chorus of sounds. This is the domain of the amphibians, and their voices rise up from the wet leaves and shallow pools. The air is filled with the songs of countless frogs, a rich and varied symphony of chirps, croaks, and trills. A tiny, bright green tree frog, its skin glistening with moisture, inflates its vocal sac to produce a surprisingly loud melodic call. Its song is answered by others, creating a complex, rhythmic wave of sound. The undergrowth is alive with subtle movement, visible only to the patient observer. A slender, emerald green snake glides silently through the damp leaf litter, its body moving in a graceful, fluid wave. Its scales, a perfect match for the surrounding foliage, make it nearly invisible as it searches for its next meal. It moves with effortless stealth, a silent predator in this world of sound. Not far away, a line of leafcutter ants marches purposefully along a branch, each one carrying a piece of green leaf many times its own size. They move with a collective determination, their tiny footsteps a barely audible whisper against the backdrop of the river. Life here is incredibly diverse, and every niche is filled. Insects with iridescent wings crawl over broad, waxy leaves, their intricate forms a testament to the endless creativity of evolution. A stick insect, perfectly camouflaged as a dry twig, remains motionless on a branch, waiting for an unsuspecting meal to pass by. The air is thick with the earthy smell of wet soil and decaying vegetation, the fundamental scent of the rainforest floor. This is a world of incredible detail, where a universe of life can be found in a single square foot of ground, if one only takes the time to look and listen closely. The sounds of this riverside world blend into a rich and immersive auditory tapestry. The constant rush of the river and the chorus of the frogs are the dominant layers, but beneath them lies a world of subtler noises. The gentle drip of water falling from leaves, the soft buzz of a hovering dragonfly, and the occasional rustle in the undergrowth all add to the complexity of the scene. It is a soundscape that is both energetic and peaceful, a perfect reflection of the rainforest itself, a place of constant activity and profound ancient calm. We are immersed in the very essence of life's vibrant green heart. The camera now follows the path of the water as it flows away from the waterfall, forming a wide, slow-moving river. This river is the lifeblood of the rainforest, a vital artery that carries nutrients and supports a vast array of aquatic and semi-aquatic life. The water is clear, and in the shallow sections, we can see smooth, rounded stones lining the riverbed. Sunlight filters through the canopy above, creating shifting patterns of light on the water's surface, making it shimmer and dance. The river moves with a quiet, steady purpose, its gentle current shaping the banks and nurturing the life within and around it. Life in the river is often hidden beneath the surface. A school of small silvery fish darts through the shallows, their scales flashing as they catch the light. They move as one, a synchronized ballet of fins and tails, navigating the gentle currents with ease. On a submerged log, a freshwater turtle basks in a patch of sunlight, its head held high, and its shell providing a perfect camouflaged anchor. It remains perfectly still, a patient and ancient resident of this aquatic world, absorbing the warmth before it slips back into the cool, dark water. Every element of the river is part of a complex, thriving ecosystem. The banks of the river are just as full of life. A capybara, the world's largest rodent, sits calmly at the water's edge, chewing on aquatic plants. Its dense fur and partially webbed feet make it perfectly at home in this semi-aquatic environment. It seems completely unbothered by our presence, its placid nature a reflection of the river's tranquil pace. Further downstream, a caiman lies half-submerged near the bank, only its eyes and snout visible above the water. It is a master of camouflage and patience, a powerful predator waiting for the perfect moment to strike, embodying the hidden dangers that lie within this peaceful scene. The soundscape here is dominated by the gentle, continuous flow of the river. The gurgling and lapping of the water against the banks creates a soft, meditative rhythm. This is punctuated by the occasional splash of a fish or the deep, resonant call of a bullfrog hidden amongst the reeds. The distant rumble of thunder continues to echo through the forest, a constant reminder of the rain that sustains this entire system. We are left with a feeling of profound peace, watching the slow, steady pulse of the river, the true, life-giving heart of this incredible rainforest world. The journey flows from the freshwater river out to the vast open sea. The world transforms from dense green to an endless expanse of brilliant blue. The sun is high in the sky, its light penetrating the crystal-clear water and illuminating the world beneath the waves. We are now in a realm of constant motion, where the rhythm of the ocean dictates the pace of life. The water is a deep, inviting azure, stretching out to meet the horizon in a perfect, unbroken line. A gentle swell rolls across the surface, a slow, powerful breath from the deep. This is a world of immense scale and boundless freedom, a place of vibrant life and profound mystery, far from the familiar shores of the land. Suddenly, the surface of the water erupts. A pod of dolphins breaks through, their sleek grey bodies arcing gracefully through the air. They leap and twist in a joyful, synchronized display, their movements a perfect expression of freedom and playfulness. They seem to dance with the waves, their powerful tails propelling them forward with incredible speed and agility. Their calls, a series of clicks and whistles, travel clearly through the water, a complex form of communication that binds the pod together. We are witnessing a moment of pure, unadulterated exuberance, a celebration of life in the open ocean, where these intelligent creatures are the undisputed masters. The sounds of this underwater world are completely different from those on land. The dominant sound is the gentle, ambient whoosh of the water itself, a constant presence that surrounds and envelops us. This is mixed with the soft, effervescent sound of bubbling water, as air escapes from unseen crevices in the reef below, or from the dolphins as they exhale. The high-pitched clicks of the dolphins echo through the water, a form of echolocation that allows them to navigate and hunt in this three-dimensional world. It is a soundscape that is both serene and alive with information, a subtle language spoken by the ocean and its inhabitants. Below the playful dolphins, the seascape unfolds in breathtaking detail. Light filters down from the surface, creating shimmering patterns on the sandy seabed. A large sea turtle glides effortlessly through the water, its powerful flippers propelling it with a slow, steady rhythm that seems ancient and wise. It moves with a serene grace, a solitary traveler on a long journey through the ocean currents. Its old, weathered shell is a testament to its long life and the many thousands of miles it has traveled. We are floating in a world of tranquil beauty, a silent blue kingdom where life moves at a different, more peaceful pace. Our perspective shifts to where the ocean meets the shore, the dynamic boundary between two different worlds. Here, the energy of the sea is released in a constant rhythmic surge. Waves that have traveled for miles across the open ocean finally reach their destination, curling and crashing onto a pristine, sandy beach. The sound is powerful and hypnotic, a deep, rumbling crash as the wave breaks, followed by the soft, fizzing hiss of the whitewater as it spreads across the sand. This is the eternal pulse of the coastline, a sound that has shaped the land and the life here for millions of years. On the warm, sun-drenched sand, another ancient mariner begins its slow and arduous journey. A large sea turtle has come ashore, its purpose driven by an instinct as old as time itself. It crawls slowly up the beach, its flippers, so graceful in the water, now struggling to pull its heavy body across the soft sand. Each movement is a monumental effort, a testament to its incredible determination to find the perfect spot to lay its eggs. We watch in silent respect, witnessing a sacred and vulnerable moment in the cycle of life, a ritual that connects the ocean and the land in the most fundamental way. The beach is far from empty. It is a bustling ecosystem teeming with smaller life forms adapted to this constantly changing environment. A legion of small crabs scuttles sideways across the damp sand near the water's edge. They move with surprising speed, their tiny legs a blur of motion as they dart back and forth, foraging for food left behind by the receding tide. Their hard shells provide protection from the sun and from the sharp-eyed predators above. Overhead, the air is filled with the sharp, plaintive cries of seagulls as they circle and soar on the ocean breeze, their calls a defining feature of the coastal soundscape. This is a world of constant interaction between the elements. The wind whips across the sand, creating tiny, shifting dunes. The waves relentlessly reshape the shoreline, depositing shells and seaweed with each new surge. The sun beats down, warming the sand and the shallow pools of water left behind by the tide. Every sense is engaged, the sound of the crashing waves and crying gulls, the salty smell of the sea spray, the feeling of the warm sun and the cool breeze. We are standing at the very edge of the continent, immersed in the raw, beautiful, and vibrant life of the beach. The world has transformed once more, shedding its vibrant colors for a stark and breathtaking monochrome. We have arrived in the frozen wilderness of the Arctic, a realm of ice and snow that stretches to the horizon in every direction. The air is sharp and clean, so cold it feels like a physical presence against the skin. The landscape is a masterpiece of minimalist beauty, sculpted by wind and frost into vast rolling plains of white. This is a world of profound silence and immense scale, a place where life must endure the most extreme conditions on Earth. The sun hangs low in the sky, casting long blue shadows across the pristine snow and giving the ice a faint, ethereal glow. Across this immense frozen stage, the lords of the Arctic make their way. A pair of polar bears, their thick, creamy white coats providing perfect camouflage, walk with a slow, lumbering gait. Their massive paws, covered in fur for grip and warmth, make a soft, crunching sound as they press into the deep snow. They move with a steady, purposeful rhythm, their powerful bodies built for this harsh environment. They are the largest land predators on the planet, and here, in their icy kingdom, they are completely at home. They pause occasionally, lifting their black noses to scent the frigid air, reading the subtle messages carried on the wind. The soundscape here is stripped down to its barest essentials, creating an atmosphere of profound and beautiful desolation. The most dominant sound is the wind, a constant, sharp whistle as it sweeps across the open ice fields. It is a lonely, haunting sound that speaks of the raw power of nature in its most untamed state. It carries with it fine, glittering particles of snow, creating a shimmering veil that drifts across the landscape. The only other sound is the soft, rhythmic crunch of the bear's paws in the snow, a quiet percussion that emphasizes the overwhelming silence of this vast, empty space. This is an environment where survival is an art form, where every creature is perfectly adapted to the challenges of the cold. The bear's thick layer of blubber insulates them from the freezing temperatures, and their keen senses allow them to find prey in this seemingly barren world. As we watch them traverse the endless white, we are struck by their incredible resilience and their majestic presence. They are a symbol of the wild, untamed spirit of the Arctic, a testament to the power of life to thrive even in the most unforgiving corners of our planet. We are silent witnesses to their patient, determined journey through this frozen wilderness. Not all life in this frozen world is large and imposing. Hidden within the stark white landscape, a smaller, more agile hunter is at play. An Arctic fox, its pure white winter coat making it almost invisible against the snow, darts across the icy terrain. It moves with a light, energetic grace, its paws barely seeming to touch the ground. It stops abruptly, its head cocked to one side, its sharp ears swiveling to pinpoint a sound that is completely inaudible to us. It has detected the faint scratching of a lemming moving in a tunnel, deep beneath the snow, a testament to its extraordinarily sensitive hearing. Suddenly, the fox leaps high into the air, its body coiled like a spring. It plunges headfirst into the deep snow, its tail pointing straight up for a moment before its entire body disappears from view. After a few seconds of muffled rustling, it emerges with its prey, a small victory in the constant quest for survival. This remarkable hunting technique, known as mousing, is a skill perfected for this specific environment. It is a moment of high drama and incredible precision, a dance of life and death played out in the silent white theater of the Arctic. The fox's resilience is a beautiful counterpoint to the raw power of the polar bears. The sounds of this scene are incredibly subtle, requiring deep listening to appreciate. There is the faint, crisp rustle as the fox moves through the powdery snow. When it pauses to listen, the world falls into an almost absolute silence, broken only by the low, mournful whisper of the wind. Then comes the soft thud as it lands, followed by the muffled sounds of its struggle beneath the surface. These are the quiet, intimate sounds of life in the frozen wilderness, sounds that are often lost in the immense scale of the landscape, but are no less vital to the story of this place. As the day begins to fade, a new sound joins the wind's lonely song. From the distance comes the soft, resonant hoot of a snowy owl, another phantom of the Arctic. Its call is a ghostly, two-note melody that travels for miles across the frozen plain, a final, haunting note in the day's sparse symphony. The fox, its meal finished, curls up in a shallow depression in the snow, its thick, bushy tail wrapped around its body like a warm blanket. We are left in the deepening twilight, surrounded by the profound quiet and the stark, breathtaking beauty of a world turning to ice and shadow under the cold, watchful stars. The scene transitions from the brilliant white of the Arctic to the warm, golden tones of a vast desert. The day is waning, and the low sun casts long, dramatic shadows across immense, rolling dunes of sand. The landscape is a sea of sculpted waves, shaped by the patient, artistic hand of the wind. The air is dry and still, holding the accumulated heat of the day. This is a realm of stark beauty and extreme survival, where life has adapted in remarkable ways to thrive with very little water. The silence here is profound, a deep and resonant quiet that seems to soak into the very sand, creating an atmosphere of ancient, timeless peace and solitude. High above this silent world, a master of the sky soars on the thermal currents. A majestic eagle, its wings spread wide to catch the rising air, circles effortlessly against the deep blue canvas of the sky. Its keen eyes, sharper than any lens, scan the vast expanse of the desert floor below, searching for the slightest hint of movement. It glides with an economy of motion, a perfect embodiment of freedom and power, its presence a reminder that life exists even in the most challenging of places. The only sound it makes is the faint whisper of air over its feathers, a sound lost in the immense quiet of the desert. As dusk begins to settle, casting a soft purple hue over the landscape, a caravan of camels appears on the horizon. They walk in a slow, rhythmic procession, their long legs carrying them with a steady, swaying grace that is perfectly suited to this terrain. These are the legendary ships of the desert, their bodies exquisitely adapted to withstand the harsh conditions. Their long eyelashes protect their eyes from blowing sand, and their ability to go for long periods without water is a marvel of evolution. They move with a serene and unhurried dignity, their silhouettes dark against the fading light of the setting sun. The soundscape of the desert at dusk is one of subtle and sparse beauty. The most prominent sound is the persistent, low whistle of the wind as it gusts over the crests of the dunes, carrying fine grains of sand with it. This creates a soft hissing sound, like a gentle, endless sigh from the land itself. Occasionally, the sharp, piercing screech of a distant bird of prey echoes across the vast emptiness, its call emphasizing the profound silence that follows. It is a world of minimal sound, where each noise is distinct and carries great significance, painting an auditory picture of immense space and solitude. Our journey now ascends from the low deserts to the breathtaking heights of the world's highest mountains. We find ourselves in the rugged, rocky terrain of the Himalayas, a landscape of jagged peaks, steep cliffs, and deep, shadowed valleys. The air here is thin and cold, and a biting wind whips through the narrow passes, its powerful gusts creating a constant roaring sound. The ground is a treacherous mix of sharp rocks and patches of resilient, wind-scoured snow. This is the roof of the world, an unforgiving and majestic environment where only the hardiest of creatures can survive, a place of raw, elemental power and stunning, desolate beauty. On a rocky outcrop, perfectly camouflaged against the gray and white patterns of the stone, lies one of the most elusive creatures on Earth, a Himalayan snow leopard. Its thick, smoky gray coat, covered in dark rosettes, rests in patient stillness. Its powerful, compact body is low to the ground, and its long, thick tail is wrapped around it for extra warmth. It is the ghost of the mountains, a solitary and silent hunter that moves through this vertical world with unparalleled grace and stealth. Its presence is a secret kept by the mountains themselves, a rare and precious jewel in this harsh and unforgiving kingdom of rock and ice. The sounds of this high-altitude realm are raw and powerful, dominated by the forces of nature. The strong howling gusts of wind are the primary feature, a constant mighty roar as it funnels through the mountain passes and over sharp ridges. This sound is so immense that it seems to have a physical weight, pressing in from all sides. Occasionally, the wind's roar is punctuated by the distant, echoing screech of a bird of prey, its call bouncing off the sheer cliff faces and multiplying across the valleys. This creates a haunting and beautiful echo, a sound that speaks of vast empty spaces and the profound loneliness of the high peaks. As we observe the snow leopard, it rises and begins to move, its large, fur-covered paws giving it a sure-footed grip on the treacherous terrain. It moves with a fluid, silent grace, a phantom slipping between the shadows of the rocks, its form blending seamlessly with the landscape. It is a living embodiment of the spirit of these mountains, resilient, powerful, and mysterious. We are left with a feeling of profound awe, having been granted a glimpse into this hidden world, a world ruled by the wind, the rock, and the silent, patient hunter who calls this majestic wilderness home. Our perspective shifts dramatically, zooming in from the vast landscapes to explore a world that is just as wild and complex, yet entirely hidden in plain sight. We now enter the macro world, a miniature jungle thriving in a patch of sunlit meadow. The towering trees are now the slender stems of wildflowers, and the vast plains are the broad, green surfaces of leaves. This is a universe of intricate detail, where the smallest creatures live out their epic lives. The air, once filled with the roar of wind and the calls of large animals, is now alive with the most delicate and subtle of sounds, a symphony played on the tiniest of scales. It is a world of vibrant color and constant delicate motion. A butterfly, its wings a breathtaking mosaic of iridescent blue and black, descends with a gentle, fluttering grace. It drifts on the warm air currents, its movements seeming almost random, yet guided by an innate purpose. It lands with feather-light precision on the petals of a bright yellow flower, its slender legs barely making an impression. For a moment it is perfectly still, its wings held upright, basking in the warmth of the sun. The camera's macro lens reveals the incredible intricacy of its form, the fine, powdery scales on its wings, the delicate antennae twitching as they sense the world, and the long, curled proboscis ready to unfurl. As the butterfly prepares to feed, the sounds of this tiny world become clear. The most prominent sound is the soft, papery flutter of its wings as it adjusts its position on the flower. It is a dry, rustling whisper, a delicate beat in the quiet air. This is accompanied by the low, gentle hum of other insects nearby, a constant ambient drone that speaks of a world busy with activity. A faint, almost inaudible brushing sound can be heard as the butterfly's legs move against the soft texture of the petals. These are the intimate acoustics of the macro world, a soundscape that requires us to listen with focused attention to truly appreciate its complexity. The butterfly unfurls its long, straw-like proboscis and delicately probes the center of the flower, searching for the sweet nectar hidden within. This simple act is a vital part of a much larger story, the intricate dance of pollination that is essential for the survival of both the insect and the plant. We are witnessing a moment of perfect symbiosis, a relationship honed over millions of years of coevolution. In this tiny, beautiful interaction, we see the profound interconnectedness of nature, where the smallest of actions can have the most significant consequences, sustaining the life and beauty of the entire meadow. Our focus shifts to another flower nearby, this one buzzing with a different kind of energy. A honeybee, its fuzzy body covered in fine yellow hairs, is methodically working its way across the bloom. It moves with a focused, determined industry that is completely different from the butterfly's leisurely grace. The bee is a tiny worker on a critical mission, its movements efficient and precise. It scrambles over the flower's stamen, its legs and body becoming dusted with a thick coating of golden pollen. The macro view allows us to see each individual grain, a microscopic world of life-giving dust clinging to the hairs of this diligent messenger. The soundscape here is dominated by the bee's loud, resonant buzz. It is a sound of pure energy, the rapid vibration of its wings beating hundreds of times per second. This powerful hum is the soundtrack of productivity in the natural world. As the bee moves, we can also hear the soft, brushing sound of its body against the flower's delicate structures. It is a sound of friction and purpose, the noise of a job being done with unwavering focus. The combination of the deep buzz and the soft brushing creates a soundscape that is both powerful and intricate. a testament to the bee's vital role in the ecosystem. From the industrious individual, we pull back slightly to witness a collective effort. A long, disciplined line of ants marches across a fallen leaf on the ground. They move as a single organism, each ant following the one in front with perfect, unwavering precision. Some carry food, others carry specks of dirt, each contributing to the greater good of the colony. Their tiny feet make an almost imperceptible rustling sound as they move over the dry surface of the leaf, a collective whisper of unified purpose. They navigate obstacles with a shared intelligence, a stream of life flowing through the undergrowth with unstoppable determination. This macro world, with its butterflies, bees, and ants, is a powerful reminder that nature's grandeur is not just found in its largest creatures and most expansive landscapes. It exists in the smallest details, in the intricate patterns on a wing, the tireless work of a single bee, and the collective strength of an ant colony. The soft flutter, the energetic buzz, and the quiet rustle are all integral parts of the planet's symphony. By zooming in, we gain a new perspective on the complexity and beauty of life, appreciating the profound importance of the small and the immense power of collective purpose. The relentless pace of the day begins to soften, melting into the gentle, final moments of sunlight. The sun, now a great fiery orb, dips low toward the horizon, bathing the landscape in a warm, golden light. This is the magical hour when the world seems to pause, caught between the energy of the day and the mystery of the night. Long, soft shadows stretch across the plains and through the forests, painting the world in hues of orange, pink, and deep purple. The air grows cooler, and a profound sense of calm descends upon the land as the creatures of the day prepare for rest, their daily struggles and triumphs drawing to a close. Across the vast grasslands, great herds of animals begin their slow, steady journey toward the safety of their evening resting grounds. Wildebeest and zebra move together in a vast, flowing river of life, their forms silhouetted against the spectacular colors of the setting sun. Their movements are unhurried, driven by an ancient instinctual rhythm that tells them the day is done. The sound of their hooves on the dry earth is a soft, rhythmic drumming, a gentle and constant percussion that speaks of migration and homecoming. It is a peaceful and majestic procession, a final grand parade at the end of a long day in the wild. As the last sliver of the sun disappears, the world is plunged into a brief, ethereal twilight. This is the moment of transition, when the day shift gives way to the night shift. From the dark mouths of caves and the hollows of ancient trees, a new kind of life emerges. Bats, the silent acrobats of the dusk, pour into the sky in a swirling, chattering cloud. Their leathery wings make a soft, fluttering sound as they navigate the darkening air with incredible precision. Their high-frequency clicks, beyond our hearing, painting a sonic map of the world around them. They are the first wave of the nocturnal world, taking to the sky as the birds settle into their roosts. The sounds of the day fade into a gentle murmur, replaced by a new and developing chorus. The sharp calls of daytime birds are replaced by the first tentative chirps of crickets, their song a promise of the full symphony to come. The wind, which had been a powerful force in the mountains and deserts, now whispers softly through the leaves of the forest, a gentle lullaby for the sleeping world. It is a time of quiet anticipation, a peaceful interlude where the world holds its breath, waiting for the cover of darkness to fully descend and for the secrets of the night to be revealed. Complete darkness has now fallen, and the world is transformed. The familiar landscapes of the day have become a realm of shadows and mystery, a place where sound and scent are more important than sight. Above, the sky is a vast, inky blanket, scattered with the brilliant cold light of a million distant stars. The forest, once a place of dappled sunlight and birdsong, is now alive with a completely different cast of characters. The air is cool and still, and every rustle in the undergrowth, every snap of a twig, carries a heightened sense of significance. This is the world of the night, a place of stealth, watchfulness, and hidden wonders. The nocturnal orchestra is now in full swing, a rich and immersive soundscape that fills the darkness. The gentle chirping of crickets has swelled into a constant, pulsating wave of sound, the very heartbeat of the night. This rhythmic chorus is punctuated by the deep, resonant hoot of an owl perched on an unseen branch high above. Its two-note call is a haunting and beautiful melody that echoes through the silent trees, a declaration of its reign over the night. The owl is a master of the darkness, its huge eyes able to see what we cannot, its silent wings carrying it like a ghost through the forest. In the distance, a sound emerges that sends a primal shiver through the night, It is the long, mournful howl of a wolf, a call that is both beautiful and chilling. It starts as a low, deep note and rises in pitch, a lonely song that travels for miles across the sleeping land. Soon, it is answered by another, and then another, until the pack joins together in a complex and harmonious chorus. This is not just a sound, it is a communication, a way of defining territory, of strengthening social bonds, and of expressing the wild, untamed spirit of the wilderness. It is the ultimate anthem of the night. Our journey through this incredible day, from the first light of dawn to the deep of the night, comes to a close here, under the starlit sky. We have witnessed the immense diversity and breathtaking beauty of our planet, from the grandest landscapes to the most intricate details. The final sounds of the night, the crickets, the owls, and the distant wolves, are a powerful reminder that life is a constant, unending cycle. Even as one part of the world sleeps, another awakens. We are left with a profound sense of wonder and a deep connection to the wild, a feeling of having been a silent guest in the grand, magnificent theater of nature. Our journey through this single, extraordinary day in the life of our planet has now reached its conclusion. We have traveled from the golden light of a savanna sunrise to the deep, starlit darkness of a forest night. We witnessed the silent, patient hunt of a tiger and the joyful, exuberant leap of a dolphin. We felt the biting cold of the Arctic wind and the gentle warmth of the desert sun. This expedition was more than just a sequence of beautiful images. It was an invitation to immerse ourselves completely in the raw, unfiltered essence of the natural world. It was a reminder of the incredible diversity and breathtaking beauty that exists in the wild places of the earth, far from the noise and distractions of our own lives. What we have experienced is the profound peace and wonder that can only be found in pure, untouched nature. By removing narration and music, we allowed the world to speak for itself, in its own authentic voice. We learned to listen to the subtle language of the wild, the whisper of wind through the grass, the chorus of frogs by a rainforest river, the soft crunch of snow under a polar bear's paw. These are the sounds of life itself, a symphony of existence that plays out continuously across our planet. This journey encourages us to carry that sense of deep listening with us, to pay closer attention to the natural world that surrounds us every day, no matter where we are. The creatures and habitats we have observed are not merely subjects of a film, they are vital components of a complex, interconnected global ecosystem. The butterfly pollinating a flower, the ants marching in a line, the great herds migrating across the plains. Each plays a crucial role in the health and balance of our world. Their survival depends on the preservation of these wild places. This immersive experience serves as a powerful testament to what we stand to lose. It is a call to observe, to appreciate, and ultimately, to understand the importance of protecting these precious environments for the generations that will follow us. Let this journey be a lasting inspiration. Let the memory of the soaring eagle and the silent snow leopard remind you of the untamed spirit that still exists on our planet. We are all connected to this wild world, and its future is intrinsically linked to our own. The responsibility to protect these habitats, to preserve this incredible biodiversity, and to ensure that the symphony of nature continues to play for centuries to come, rests with each and every one of us. Let us go forward with a renewed sense of awe and a deeper commitment to cherish and defend the magnificent, wild heart of our world.